everybody, my name is Jacob, and welcome back to Blueprints. So, slight bit of housekeeping, housekeeping before this begins. I'm having a slight stutter issue with my capture. I don't know why. It's not just happening with my capture, it's happening kind of with my computer. I think I fixed it for this particular recording session, but I don't know, so if it gets a little stuttery, just keep that in mind. I'm not as concerned about it for this recording because this is a slower paced puzzle game as opposed to like a Twitch reaction shooter sort of thing. But I'm working on getting it fixed, but that way, just in case if you guys are like, oh, this is stuttery, that's why. Just wanted to let you know. All right, day 2. We're in the house for day 2. We have gems for day 2. Did I forget to turn? Nope, the audio is still working. The audio of the game, at least. All right. Open only in the event of my death. Okay. Same thing. Same thing. Okay. All right. Yep, same thing. Okay, so it's good to know that those things are still there in case I ever forget or I need to refresh myself with them. Bedroom, parlor. Okay, let's do parlor, because parlor has a puzzle piece, and I want to know what the puzzle piece is all about. Or is it just... Oh, it's just one of these puzzles again. Okay. So, one always tells the truth, or there's always going to be one that tells the truth, there's always going to be one that lies. There are 4 boxes in this room. There's only 1 box in this room. The gems are in the true box. Okay, so I'm tempted to believe that gems are in the true box, is the true one. There's not only 1 box in this room, and unless I'm and there's another one hidden somewhere, there are 3 boxes, not 4 in this room. So, okay. Nice. Okay. Alright. I can already hear the stuttering happening. I wish I knew why it was doing this. It is legitimately baffling and exceptionally frustrating to me, because I've restarted my computer, there's no driver updates I need to do. There's no Windows updates. Like, I truly do not know why it is acting like this. When it truly, truly should not be. Let's do corridor. I love that this has slowly become the, like, de facto, like, I will enter the left side and continue on the left side until I can't anymore. Completely unintentionally, but it's just the nature, like, what has happened. Okay, if I do pantry, I can continue that way. Any of the others will fully lock me off. Oh, I have to pick once I've... Okay. I'm gonna say storeroom, so we can get the key and the gems and all the and the coins and all that stuff. And then there's the gem. I'm noticing it less now. Maybe the encoder, because I'm using OBS, but I'm not using my GPU as the encoder, just because of the fear of, like, well, I don't want to overload that when I'm recording. But maybe I should do the GPU, but then I feel like I'd have to switch back and forth because I only have the 1 GPU. Like, I'd have to switch back and forth between, like, oh, I'm no longer using or I'm not recording on my PS5, I need the GPU. Like, there are games coming out in the future that are, like, ray tracing GPU required that I'm slightly terrified to attempt to record with my setup, even though I badly want to, because of, like, potentially getting low frames and stuff like that. We shall see, but I'm definitely afraid. Okay. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Okay. I got an upgrade disc as well. Can I open this drawer? Can I read this note? Let me see this note. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I am not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to bust out the phone here, take a quick picture of that, because something tells me, especially with the different colored fonts, that might play into things later. All right, let's upgrade a floor. I do like that even though I'm playing on PS5, it still says press enter. I know it's just a holdover from, like, I'm assuming this game was developed first for PC, but still. Boudoir data has been found on the upgrade disk. You now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Okay, gives you 1 gem, gives you 2 dice. Fuck it. Let's do it. I don't know what that symbol means. I feel like it means dice, but I can't be certain. Okay, security, and that will lead over to the previous room, so potential to loop back around. There's no food or anything in here. No gems or nothing. Oh, blue memos equals true, red memos equals lies. Oh my god, are you shitting me? Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. I should have read that note a while ago, methinks. Okay, okay, so this is that room. So, neither of them are going to extend out forward. Well, that's fucked. That then means literally the security room is the only other method I have of going forward. That's shitty. Fuck it, let's do observatory then. If we've already potentially looped ourselves around on the very first, or like this early in the day, let's just do one we haven't seen before. I like that we can just play with the globes. Okay, The Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Preface. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, +1 gold. The Twins, 2 trunks have been added at the entrance hall. The Slice, +3 steps. Diamondus Minor, +1 gem. Southern Cross rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Apples are extra delicious today. Clavis, +1 key, +5 gems. Draxus, the dead end rooms are more common today. Everything is 50% off. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Okay, so that's kind of it. So, can I take a look and see the constellations? Hi, so this is Jacob from the future during the editing process. I didn't realize until a couple days after recording this that the audio for this did not record. For some reason, my microphone cut off during the middle of this recording. So these first 10 or so minutes that you heard is all of my own recording from that moment that exists. Luckily, I was able to find and fix this issue before I began the next recording of the video, or of the next episode. But obviously frustrating given the fact of what kind of a game this is, the experiential in the moment sort of puzzle game sort of thing. But it's fine. I'm here with you now, and we're going to continue talking about this. Just continuing to talk about the game so that, you can get the rest of the episode instead of just leaving you sort of floundering as things continue. So I'm first constellation effect that we got in the game. A room that I love, but hasn't. Well, I don't want to give too many spoilers away. I have to be cautious with what I say here because I am recording this now with a couple episodes further of hindsight and observation of what I've accomplished in this game. Whereas opposed to right now, I've barely gotten started. It's day 2, I believe. And I'll be honest, I don't 100% remember what exactly I do in this episode because that's sort of the beauty of this game is every day is a new day, every day is a new layout. You're slowly unlocking more things and areas as the game progresses. And just like, just sort of continuing on trying to figure out what things are and what they do. I didn't know what a salt shaker did at that time. I didn't know what a metal detector did at that time. And it'll be interesting to sort of observe the decisions that I make in this episode and compare them to decisions that I would make later on. Case in point, and I'll try to say things without spoiling anything as much as I can. Case in point, at the point that I'm at now in this game, I don't even bother reading those little notes. Now, granted, if it's a room that I've seen before, I don't bother reading the notes. If it's a room I've never seen before, then of course I would read them because I've never seen the room before. But unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what I talked about in this episode, so I can't just sort of go back over like, oh, I said this, and I said this, and da-da-da-da-da. Yes, that's right. Be smart. But you're not being very smart, Jacob. You should have gone back and checked the commissary and seen if there was anything you could buy before you walked in there, so you at least didn't waste one coin. You could have... oh, what are we going to do? Is this the first time I pull a boudoir? I can't remember. You can do the boudoir? Okay. I wish I had the benefit, obviously, of knowing what I said, because I'm trying to remember if this is the first time we encountered these little dice. I think it is, given how long I lingered on that screen. But yeah, the ivory dice are insane. What a cool, good item in a game that I feel like is just constantly, slowly giving me better and better items. Not even just better and better items, but more and more interesting items as everything progresses. Like, I'll just eventually hit a point of, like, there's things that I'm being given and that I'm using that I would never have imagined are objects in this game. Don't waste the gem on the drawing room. It's only going to give you the same exit as a billiard room. Just do the billiard room. Okay, good. You did the billiard room. You're smart. Billiard room might be my favorite room in the game, at least from what I've experienced thus far. Just because I really, really like the puzzle aspect of it, the puzzle nature of it. Now, I'm pretty sure I've been in a billiard room before. Because it's 8 and 4. Okay, so is this my first time in a billiard room then? There's 8 and 4 is... I feel like it might be my first time in a billiard room. I think it's me going, okay, do I just choose one of the two? So then 20 minus 3 would be 17. So go choose 17, Jacob. Jacob, why are you hovering on 6, Jacob? I like talking to past me in this sort of a tense. This was also like... I found out about this recording hiccup yesterday evening. And I didn't record something to say immediately after that, because this is a sort of circumstance. This might be a more, like, podcasty episode just because of the nature of, like, I don't know what my thought process was for a lot of this, because it has been a couple days. I just sort of have to just sort of not guess, but just sort of go with my gut. But, like, I don't know. It's okay. 10 divided by 2, Jacob. Come on now. Or 10 times 2? It was 10 times 2? It was. Okay. 15 times 3 divided... Or no, 15 minus 10 divided by 3. Or times 3, which is 15. Dude, the billiard puzzles get so fucking crazy. Like, it actually pisses me off in some cases how insane the billiard puzzles get. And I really did not know what this game had in store for me back at this, like, beginning first 2 episodes area. And I can't say it! I can't say anymore because I don't want to spoil those of you who are watching along with me or who are like, I'm going to decide to... Now, use a dice, Jacob. Don't forget you have the dice. Okay, good. Good. You use the dice. You do workshop. Workshop is what I would do. Keeps you going forward. Very nice. And I think this is, if not my immediate first encounter, one of my first encounters with the keycard doors. There is a part of me that is extremely amused by the fact that that magnifying glass is... It is literally just a magnifying glass. That's not really a spoiler. Because look at it. It's a magnifying glass. So the idea of, like, what hidden thing will this show me is amusing because in hindsight, I'm like, well, no, it won't show you any amusing thing. Because it's a magnifying glass. Like, it doesn't have some weird secret, ooh, it does a this thing or it does a that thing. It's just a magnifying glass. If I encounter, like, something that needs to be read, I will try to still read it, like a letter or something like that. I can't promise anything in terms of keeping up with the speech. I might have to pause or unpause or something like that. But I will do my damnedest to you know, keep up with it. And we'll see what happens. I know as I'm saying that, I could have read that song. I didn't. I've chosen not to, but yeah, all the same. I'll do my damnedest to keep up with all of that. But yeah, this is the way that this game functions with the roguelike rooms. I think this would already be an interesting... This would already be an interesting sort of puzzle game without... Well, I was going to say without the changing rooms or without the roguelike elements, but you kind of need either one of those in order to have the other. You can't really have this game exist in this way with the rooms moving around without it being a roguelike, because you need some onus to have the key, the things stop, not stop working, but like, oh, I'm debating over, I know this move right now. I'm debating on whether or not I want to use the dice. Am I just going to go with the closet? Because the closet would guarantee me 2 items, which could help things progress forward. Especially since I can't go further this way. Sledgehammer. It's so funny, just the idea of, like, when I first started playing this game, it felt like every other room had the chests in it that you, like, use the sledgehammer to open, like those sorts of things. And just, like, so many of them have just straight up not. I wish that I could draft the Great Hall again. It's such a rare room, but I love it so much. It's such an interesting concept for a room, especially if you manage to pair it with, I think it's just hallway, that has a thing that says, like, oh, it keeps, it automatically unlocks every door in a hall, or something like that. That would be great. That would be a great one to have in conjunction with that random hallway one where all the doors and stuff are going to be broken. Christoph, this is the third time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for, Mrs. Babbage. See, I can read some of these. Some of these I can keep out on the pace. That was me hitting my hand, by the way. Don't you dare think it was me hitting anything else. God, what a cool car. I love this old-timey, just any sort of old-timey car, like, aesthetic I love dearly. Wow, wow. I didn't even realize I noticed that, the little button thing back then. That's interesting. For reasons that I won't say anything about, because I don't want to spoil anything. Shh! You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. You know that. Room counts as 2 bedrooms. Oh, I feel like a complete idiot. That's why. Okay, so all the other times I've drafted that room, this is not a spoiler. This is just a normal-ass thing. All the other times I've drafted that room, I've opened up the door and there's been bananas. It's only just now occurred to me that there's always been 2 bananas. And the fact that there's always been 2 bananas, it's just everything will be 2 when it's in there. Like, there were 2 keys right there. That's why there's always 2 bananas, like, stuff like that. It's not a matter of, like, oh, it didn't have, oh, God, what am I thinking of? I don't know what words I'm thinking of. It's not a matter of, like, are you kidding me? I need to write that down, because I think that safe code is actually something that I need to know now. Hold on. I'm going to write this down. I've got notes. This game has me making paper notes out the ass. You have no idea. I believe it was 9083. 9083, I believe, was that little key code thing. And now I know exactly what I'm doing right now. I am counting the number of steps to get back to the security room. Yeah, because you fucked yourself, Jacob. You've got too many open doors and not enough steps. You've done it to yourself. Now, if I can get up to the... Well, no, because the workshop has a key card door. I was going to say, if I can get up to the workshop and open one more door, then I will have the dining room available that will make that meal. And if I could somehow luck out, and have the courtyard open up 2 more doors, but do I want to risk that while I have that floppy disk? I guess I'm risking it while I have the floppy disk. Boy, Jacob, you better hope. You better hope and pray. Use that last dice. Use that last dice. And hope and pray. Man, you're fucked, Jacob. And now I will not have enough to get back down there. Or maybe I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will have just enough to get to the security office. Just enough. Now, I will only have just enough if I... Whatever this room I select is, if I do not go into it. If I go into it, I do not have enough. Now, be smart about this, Jay. Okay, good. Good, we're being smart about it. I'm so glad that for once in my life I can be smart about something. Doesn't happen a lot, especially with video games. Really does not happen a lot, but you know, sometimes it does. Yep, and then you go to the commissary, and then security is the last one. I wonder what room I'm upgrading. Let's see. What am I upgrading in this? Parlor. Oh, right. I know what this is. In hindsight, maybe doing the 3 gems prize every time would have been a better use, because that's a guaranteed 3 gems every time, regardless of, this is a spoiler for 10 seconds in the future, I choose the funeral parlor, which is a really good choice. It's a really good room, but in hindsight, maybe if I had done the parlor with the 3 gems, that's a guaranteed 3 gems every single time. So then instead of me struggling to balance getting the funeral parlor out there and the red rooms, because the red rooms are a balance of, like, there's negatives to the red rooms. I don't know if that's an obvious thing or not, but every red room in the game has some kind of a negative effect on it. So you don't necessarily want to draft a lot of red rooms, but sometimes you are given a room that asks you, it's all about balance. It's, yes, this is maybe not a great room that I would like, but it's the only room that will let me continue forward. So I have to balance that negative effect with being able to progress forward. So, you know, stuff like that. Man, I left... Or no, I guess conference room, I left one more door open. That's the only one I guess I left actively open, because couldn't progress further from the courtyard because the lavatory and the workshop door was had a key card lock on it. So I guess that was better. Now, I know for a fact, both because of my own memory and because of how much of this episode is left, I know this day sucks. This day sucked hard in terms of, like, the progress I made and the doors that were drafted. I just had really shitty luck this go round. And hindsight's 20/20 on literally everything. For all I know, I'm going to watch back this episode and be like, why didn't I do this? Like, in this situation, if I didn't choose the den, I'm an idiot, because it's the same exact layout as hallway, but it just gives you a gem. Like, there's no benefit to not picking, the den. So now you should pick the... I mean, it's not a bad choice, but if it was me, I would have picked the kitchen. Because, yes, I spend a gem, but it's continuing further. It's one other entrance that I have to work with. So I don't know why I wouldn't do it. Are we about to get into one of the things I hate the most about this game? I hate them. Yes, we are. So if whatever door I pull... excuse me. If whatever door I pull in this pantry does not connect back around to the main front... Yeah, like chapel. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm about to draft chapel right now. I hate it when that happens. Because I feel like such a waste. Like, I'm wasting so much. And that I'm just... Like, yes, I can keep going forward, but I'm choosing a room that is actively cutting off the entrance area. The beginning area. That feels shitty to draft. There's no way around it. It feels bad to draft something like that. I don't like doing it. And it's just, yeah, it rubs me the wrong way. It's an uneasy kind of feeling that I don't like. I don't like cutting off doorways that's one of the suggestions or hints or whatever you want to call them that I've read about this game, is I saw somebody online talking about this game briefly where they were basically just like, don't be afraid to draft a dead end and don't get too ahead of yourself, because you might draft a dead end at the very beginning, or no. You might keep drafting great rooms all the way up, and then you'll get hit with a roadblock. And you'll go, well, I don't want to craft a dead end, but I have to because I don't have any other choices. And then you end up using like 10 more steps to get all the way back to the beginning, like I've done with Entrance Hall there. Like, I haven't drafted anything onto the right. Even if I just drafted dead end, that's giving me items that could potentially move me forward. If I didn't have any gems right now and Entrance Hall's right pathway was unused, all I would be thinking would be like, damn, I wish I had something else that I could put here, or I wish that I had a room that gave me more gems or more keys or something like that. And those dead ends where I haven't drafted anything yet could have been a solution to that. Doesn't mean they would have been guaranteed to be, but they could have. Special cost bypassed. Interesting. Still haven't... The laundry room is interesting to me, because what do you mean by launder currency? Do you mean I come back on another day and I pick it up? Is that what you mean? Now, past me better choose the commissary, because if he doesn't, he's a fucking idiot. Thank you. Because it is a way to continue forward with the game. That's what I think the more I play this game, the more I'm realizing that it's just about progress in this first area. It's who gives a shit about, like, what the fuck? Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. I might be like, well, I don't really want to draft that, but at this beginning of the game, you want to just keep progressing forward. You want to keep unlocking rooms. You want to keep making discoveries, so that you can just keep going forward, because the more stuff you unlock, the more it's going to benefit you in the future. Which seems like such a silly, simple, obvious thing, but it's the truth. Like, you're not going to make a ton of success in a game like this unless you're pushing forward. Like, it might be a war of attrition, but there's rewards in every war of attrition. Or there's rewards in every war, whether it's a war of attrition or not. I'll be honest, just in terms of timing's sake, I am so shockingly glad that I do not have to read anything right now. It's like, it just makes it easier for me. I don't have to worry about speeding up my speech or slowing it down or whatever. Maybe something else will pop up, but I doubt it. Also, I only just now realized something. As I'm watching this happen, I'm only just now realizing that the angle that I'm drafting at, so there are a couple times where I've screwed myself because I've chosen a room and then I've looked at it and been like, why doesn't that doorway connect around? I thought this room was made a left turn or a right turn or something like that. With respect to the doors, I mean, like, I walk in one room and I'm like, oh, I turn and there's a door on the left-hand side, like that sort of a thing. Well, the pictures that pop up when you're choosing to draft a door are all, you're walking into the bottom of all of them. So it doesn't matter if technically some of these, if you just took them in their current orientation and plopped it on the blueprint map and they would work, that's not necessarily gonna work because you're looking at it from a different perspective. It's meant to be from that entering through, like, the bottom of it sort of perspective, which is a silly thing if you really think about it, because that's how like all silver key leads to a door with many rooms. I'm trying to think of where I was going to go with that. It's the curse of something like this, where I'm doing all of this after the fact, and I'm like, I wish... Oh, this is when I think I've found, like, an infinite walk cheat. But no, they were smart enough for that. They really were. Because it gives you 2 steps every time you enter a bedroom. The problem, though, is... Let's say you're... Let's say you're, like... I don't know why I was trying to think of an age like that. I was legitimately baffled by trying to think of an age. 36, you walk into a room, you become 37. Or 38, you walk into a room, you become 37. And then you get 2 more added to you, brings you to 39. And then you walk out and you lose another step, and you're back at 38. You're like, well, there was no benefit to that. None whatsoever. Come on, pick the drawing room. Thank you. I'm, like, weirdly... I'm not tired, but I'm just in sort of a state right now of just, like, sluggishness. I got up way earlier today. Not right now is way earlier, but I got up way earlier today than I anticipated. And so I'm just sort of in this weird headspace of just, like, blah. Plus, I'm doing voiceover for... gameplay that is my own, but is technically not my own because it's... You know what I mean when I say that. So it's just... It's a weird state of mind that I'm in right now. with just watching these and dubbing them over. And I don't know. I do. It is funny because I am sort of looking around and going like, I don't know what you're gonna do next, past Jacob. I'm looking at these things and these observations and these options, and I don't know what you're gonna click next. Perfect example. I don't know if I would have picked the security wing. Part of me thinks that I would have picked the dark room just to squeeze that extra gem out of it, because you picked the three red rooms and all that. Because that little spell or complication or whatever you want to call it does count the funeral parlor itself. It does not, like, it doesn't erase that because it's like, well, you can't count yourself. No, it does count itself. Gotta go. What are you gonna do now? Dark room? Dark room is... See, in this situation, I would also do dark room because we know what one of the exits is going to be, because it's connected with the not the choir, the chapel. I love that I was trying to think of the name of the place when it was 2 seconds ago, like right there on the map. And then I do another boudoir and I get the dice. And then come on, make your way forward, Jacob. You've got 2 dice. You know what you're doing. Do the dining room. Do the dining room, because you'll get the free steps from the meal. Oh, what is that? Is it a shepherd's pie type deal? Country stew pie. That actually looks kind of good. Mashed potato Parmesan cheese crust sounds good as hell. Now, why did I not eat that, though? Hey, why did I not eat that? Were you really, Jacob, I swear to God, past Jacob, if you were holding out hope just to get a boiler room, I'm gonna myrtleize you. I really am. You gonna do the pool? I don't have any gems. Refresh it one more time. Yeah, you're fucked now. I can tell, just by watching these movements, the controller movements and all that, I can tell how absolutely furious I am at this revelation. Which is just so funny to me. It's like the closest I've ever made it, and yet it's the old adage, you're like close but no cigar, which I feel like comes from the idea of like close but so far, like something like that. Maybe that phrase came about because of people saying close but no cigar, but they really do sound so similar that I feel like they're just connected. But that's just me, I guess. I'm weird like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. You gonna do the coat check? Go ahead, pass me. Pick which one do you want. Pick which one you want. There we go. Because is this when I wonder if this is when I do the thing. Let's find out. Yeah. Locked. Sorry, bucko. Will you eat the damn... Oh, my God. Pass me. You're going to drive me insane. Eat the damn food. Just eat the damn food already, please. Why did you walk into a room and then leave the room without doing anything? God, this game... Watching past... Like, I know this is episode 2. I've not learned the rules and etiquette and whatever for this game yet. But even still, it baffles me and frustrates me so much. Because I'm just like, will you just do the thing? Do the thing. Wow, wait, my God. Was this the one where I got stuck, like, for, like, 20 minutes trying to determine if that open coffin counts as a box with regards to the puzzles? Some of the puzzles are worded. Some of the puzzles for these boxes are worded in interesting ways. Statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. Statement appears on another box. Okay, so both of those are true. which means they have to be true, which means the white box is false. I can tell it's past me going back to take a look at it and being like, what the fuck does this say? Yeah, only 12 steps left, too. We're not, this is not much longer of an episode. So I would assume it's the white one, then, since that's the only thing not being... Or no, the blue box is empty. That would be false, so it is in the blue box, because both of those statements are true. So the blue box is empty would be false, so it would be in the blue box. Wow, I'm an idiot. I know hindsight's 20/20 and all that yada yada nonsense, but my lord, I'm an idiot. All right, where are you going to go now, Jacob? Or are you just going to give up? Are you just going to give up? I don't believe you. All right, what are we doing? Am I going back here to eat the food finally? Because the steps just stack, Jacob. You don't have to go back to, like, all the characters you knew or right back to the start or anything like that. They just stack. You don't have to wait for them to go down. It's just the nature of the beast. This is the wildest, like, commentary that I've had to do for a video because I feel so delirious already. Separate from the effects of, like, this game or anything like that. But just, like, I'm tired and I want to make sure that this gets out and is good and is halfway, like, fun, like, people listen to it and they have a halfway fun experience. See, look at that. Look at that. A three entrance door, but also if I'd come back here before I did the funeral parlor puzzle, I bet I would have been able to do the red one and would have got me one more gem. Just bump it up like a little bit more. Just a smidgen more. Oh, nope, never mind. I guess I've read that letter before. I was all primed and ready to read it, but I guess not. I guess not. That's just not what I get to do this time, I guess. And kitchen, I believe, is a dead end. Unless I'm really mistaken. No, I guess it's not. But where does it lead this go-round? Okay, I think this is a dead end, actually. I wish I could pull up in my map, but that's up to past me to do. Yeah, because both the courtyard doors are locked. Dark room is closed off with a keycard door, I think. I think that's what happened with this dark room. Why I didn't go back in there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, the episode's almost over with anyway, so we know, you and I know, that it's not going to be like, we're not going to really be getting anywhere else. It's just more so a moment of like, hey, did you do this right or did you fuck up? It's crazy to me how I went from a point in my life where I was drinking no water whatsoever. Give her the damn shovel. I was drinking, like, no water in my life whatsoever to now I'm drinking an 80-ounce Awala bottle twice a day. Crazy. Crazy how time passes. Alright, and I guess past me is just going to call it a day there, so I guess that's where we're going to call it right here for this episode. We will take a look at, like, okay, so this one was a total 26 rooms, reached rank 8, 83 steps taken, found 3 items, and 3 new rooms, which is funny because now, where I am in the game, these 3 new rooms, those are all just in my normal repertoire. None of those are particularly surprising or, like, new to me, which is funny. That's just how roguelikes work, though, so, yeah, makes me laugh, I guess. So, all right, on that note, this is where I'm going to call it for this very weird episode. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it still. This issue did not pop back up with any other episodes. Don't fear. So the next episode that you're going to see is just going to be a normal episode with normal recording and all that stuff. So have no fear. So on that note, thank you everybody for watching. Like the video if you liked the video. Share the video if you'd like to share the video. Subscribe if you'd like to as well. That would really help me out. I have been Jacob, and you have been wonderful. Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out and pushing through this, like I said, very bizarre little escapade here with my new favorite puzzle game, at least of this year. And this has been Blueprints. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. See you, Space Cowboys.